All right, we're gonna talk about samples. Happy Training Tuesday, it's sample making day. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna do an actual live demo today of samples, and we're gonna do it using, let me put my calendar over there. Okay, I'm gonna use the felt samples. You can get these in the Scentsy family or Scentsy Success store. Used to be called Scentsy Family for how long? I don't know. Long time, so that's what I call it. Anyway, Scentsy Success, and I think it just comes up felt pads. That's what it says on the back here. 100 felt pads. So you get 100 in this bag for $6. They're already pre-cut felt. And of course they've got the shape of the bar. Isn't that pretty? Cute, cutie, cutie. But you guys, don't fret. If you don't want to spend money in the Scentsy Success store, that's okay. You do not have to, okay? You know why? Because this is the first year that they've actually offered these to sell. For all the previous years, and I think I've got a video in my YouTube channel that's like 2 years old now, maybe 3. I don't know. But this, I saw some left over. I still do. I go to the local craft store. I go to Michael's, but you can go to Hobby Lobby too. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, even Walmart or Target. If you go into like the craft section, okay, you can get pieces of felt. This is just stiff felt. There's other, like the loose felt. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I've always preferred the stiff felt. I think actually in my YouTube video that I had done, I think I actually did a comparison of stiff felt versus regular felt. I did prefer the stiff felt, so that's what I always went with. But that's exactly what these guys are. They're just already pre-cut, right? So you can go to the craft store, wherever, get your felt, and what I used to do is just cut it into little triangles, right? Or rectangles. We'll even do one. Actually, when I was doing this, I'd do like a whole strip at a time. I wouldn't just do a square at a time. But anyway, I'd cut up the whole piece of paper, or piece of felt, and it would just be a square. So you can do that too. If you really want to get fancy, make a shape. I never did. I always just used little rectangles because I thought that it fit best in the bag. Honestly, that's the only real reason. But the only reason that I have these is because Scentsy now offers them, and I was like, oh, well, let me just get those. They look cute, right? But if you don't have extra money to spend, then don't spend it. You can get a piece of 8.5 by 11 felt, at least at my craft store, for like 20 cents a sheet. As you can see, get a lot of samples in one sheet. I don't know exactly how many because I'm horrible at math. But you see my point though, right? Okay. So that's what we're going to be showing today, is how to do it with the felt samples, whether you're using the store-bought felt or whether you're using the little Scentsy felt pieces, okay? So we're going to get our felt. All you need to be ready to do this is your felt of choice, your bar of choice, and because it is the scent of the month, Squeeze the Day is what I'm going for, so I'm going to do Squeeze the Day. And let's see if I can get this down here. I'm hoping this will work. I think so, maybe. Okay, I might have to adjust a little. All right, so I actually got my melting pot out. And when I do samples, I literally do one whole bar. So that is exactly one bar that has melted in there. And as you can see, it's all melted. You can also do this in a warmer. I just didn't do it in a warmer because in here I've got the ceiling fan, and I was like, oh, that's gonna take forever to melt. Same way with a warmer in the house, right? Same thing is gonna happen. If you have customers complaining that their wax isn't melting properly, that's always the first question. I know you're looking at my hands, but that's always the first question that I ask is, is it right underneath a fan? Is it right next to like the vent or whatever in the house, or something like that, because that's going to throw off the whole scent, okay? And warming, it's not going to warm very well. Then I get some parchment paper, and this is just, I get it in sheets for cookies because I'm a mom and I'm lazy like that. So I get it in the pre-cut pieces, but this is just parchment paper. You can use wax paper, whatever you'd like. We've got that. The only other things that I'm gonna do with the samples, once we let them dry, is I have my little jewelry bags, my sample bags, and then I utilize the scent of the month kit content. So I use the stickers that come in that. If you don't get the kit, you can order these from Scentsy Success Store. It's like $1 or $2 for all 72 pieces, or 72 rub and sniff stickers, sorry. So you can still get those that way, even if you don't subscribe to the kit. So it's not like you're completely out, and you don't necessarily have to have that. You can label it however you want it. I just use it for labeling. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna do a square piece. Okay, store-bought, Scentsy bought felt. Now, you could use tweezers and be really professional. I'm gonna be I feel weird because I'm not looking at you. I'm gonna be really professional, and because I don't know where my tweezers are, I'm gonna use a clothespin, safety pin, but it's actually like for crafts. See, it has a heart on it. I'm such a mom. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Move this over so you can see a little better. And then I literally just dip it in, drip off the excess, and then just lay it on your parchment paper or your wax paper. Here's the little store-bought one. See, it soaks up like super quick, right? So you can do a ton of these samples. I could do this with my fingers, but then I'd get squeezed the day all over myself and it'd smell like a lemon for the rest of the day, which is not bad. I'm not gonna complain. There are worse things to smell like. But there we go. So this is super easy with felt. And here's the dealio, because I honestly, when it comes to summer, I only use stickers, so those rub and sniff stickers, or I do felt. And like I said, before the Scentsy little thingies came out, I went to the store and I bought pieces of felt. That's how I did it. And I could still do that if they didn't restock these. That was my plan, was going to pick up like 20 more pieces so I'd have some available. All right, let's do a couple more here. Like I said, you see this goes super quick. You could have the kids do this with you too. Like I said, you don't even have to have a melting pot. Oh, I see Lee's comment. For us Texas girls, I think that'll work. That's right. For us Missouri girls too. Hello. It's like 85 degrees today. It's stinking humid and hot. For somebody who sells Scentsy, I sure use the word stinking quite a lot. I know it's probably annoying. But yeah, in the summer months, this is all I use because, yeah, it melts, right? Wax and heat, they don't mix. And I like my stuff to look nice when it gets to the person it's going to. I had to mail out a couple bars today, and I was super nervous because I didn't save during the move. I had purged it all, but you guys should probably start to see, depending on where you're located, maybe already. Scentsy starts mailing the bars in like little, what is it, like silver foiled bags and an ice pack. And the same thing is like, I hate mailing stuff like those bars today because, I mean, I'm hoping that they are okay, but it still makes me really nervous. But yeah, heat and wax don't mix. So felt samples during the summer are my go-to. And here's the really cool thing is I've had people ask me before, they're like, well, so they can only smell it now? No, guys, our warmers are safe, okay? They can take this little felt sample, whether it's Scentsy or whether it's the store-bought one, and take it right out of the bag that I give it to them in, or mailed it to them in, and they can just plop it in their warmer dish and let it warm. It's not gonna burn. It's not gonna ruin the warmer. The warmer only gets to, what is it, 98 0.9 degrees. So it's not gonna start a fire. It's not gonna burn up. Once they start smelling it or stop smelling it, take the piece of felt out. I'd still probably wipe it down. But yeah, I encourage my customers, yeah, put it in your warmer. That's the whole point, is they still get to experience it warmed and it's not getting all messy on its way there. So it still looks cute and pretty, right? We're all about making things looking cute and pretty. I try to. But you can totally have the kids do this too. Now that she's out for summer, little does she know, she's wearing that shirt that says Mommy's Little Scentsy Assistant or whatever. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put her to work. I sure am. She wants her wild watermelon and her unicorn, Stella the unicorn warmer, so she's gonna work for it. Make Mommy 50 samples and you get 1 bar. No. Please, I'm just teasing. I'm not child labor. Okay. So here's what we have. So honestly, all you have to do, like I said, you see, I just did this on my desk. That's not even, I mean, it's just parchment paper, right? Even if it did drip on my desk, you could just scrape it off. The worst that you're gonna get is a little bit of color. But with this yellow wax, it's not even gonna make that big of a difference. But you see here, this is probably cooled off, and yeah, it's cooled off enough. It's still a little tacky on the bottom. I'd probably let it sit for a little bit longer. But here's the store-bought, okay? And here's, let's try and do one that I started with, so it's a little bit more done. And there's the Scentsy one. The store-bought actually soaked up because it's a little bit more yellow. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it's honestly a little bit brighter yellow than the Scentsy one is. So I actually think the store-bought felt soaked up a little bit more of the color, maybe more of the wax, I don't know. But yeah, so both sides, it smells amazing. So then all we do, or all I do, or another thing too, let's do that. I'll just show you because that's what we're doing today, is a true demo. So here we go. I could do my monthly special flyer. I have not stamped it, so let me get my stamp. Could use a sticker. Just put your information on it. If this is how it was going out. So I got my info in the back, right? Or I could even attach a business card. Let's do one of the ones that I started with. I don't know, let's do it like right there in the middle. Like that. Just put it in there. Staple it to it. See, it goes right through that felt. Super easy. There it is on the back. So super easy. It went right through. There you go. You could stick this baby in the mail. You can hand this out. Do whatever you want with it, right? You could totally do it like that. Or, no worries, Megan. We are here. You can stick it in a bag if you wanted to. Maybe you want to carry around a bunch of them. Maybe you're going to the doctor's office or the post office or whatever. You want to take some samples by. I'm going to go see my hairstylist next week. So she moved to a new salon. So I'll probably take a bunch into her and be like, here, pass these around. Okay, now because I'm type A, I'm going to put this right over. Oh, that looks super cute. Look at that. I put it right over the bar shape. You don't have to do that. Okay, so... But there we go, right? And I use those stickers. Again, it just shows the name. But you could write it on there. You can use a label maker. Again, choice is totally up to yours. Get as creative as you want with it. And same dealio. You could take that. You could... Actually, let's do it a whole different way. Instead of even using a flyer, maybe you can get the flyers. Let's use a business card. There's my business card, right? Just gonna take it, and I always open, I always open the thing so I don't staple both sides. I mean, not for any particular reason, other than I just want them to be able to open it. and staple it on there. And now it's got all my contact information on it, and it's in sample form, right? So I can now literally, you know, take a bunch of these, stick them in my purse. They're not going to melt, right? They're not going to melt because they're felt. So they're not going to melt in my purse due to the heat. I can carry these around, put them in my car, put them wherever, and hand them out wherever I go. So we got it like that. We got it like this. Now, like I said, oh my gosh, my whole office now smells like lemon. This scent is amazing. If you guys haven't smelled Squeeze the Day yet, at least order yourself one bar, because this scent is so, I say stinking again, but it's so good. It's so good. Megan says she has a ton with her. Excellent. Let us know how it goes. How many you hand out? Sharon did that. Sharon Pittergrass in Ireland did that. Was it last week or the week before? It's all a blur with my moving. But she did that as well. And I was challenging her. I was like, see how many you can hand out today. So she kind of made it a fun challenge to see how many she could actually pass out to different people. Because the whole point is, again, I could make these, or I could have my Scentsy assistant make these for me since she's out of school. And I can make 5 million of them, right? But if they're just sitting in my office, they're not doing me any good. So here's my personalized tale of woe, is that do not waste time doing things that you're not going to actually either follow through or use. Case in point being, don't spend 5 hours making samples, or if you're doing molds or whatever, or even doing this and making millions of them, and you're like, maybe I'll hand some out, or maybe I'll mail a couple out. Well, you spent all that time making samples. If you're not going to use them, then don't make them. Just keep them and let people sniff the bar. But you want to try and be intentional with your business practices. So that includes spending time. Again, I'm not going to spend all day doing this because I'm not going to be, well, actually, I might do a good size mailing this time, because they are light enough and they are thin enough that I can put these in a regular envelope with just one stamp and get them out the door. Okay? I could totally do that. And it would be pretty cost effective if I wanted to even send out like 20 of them, right? Get a book of 20 stamps. Okay, I'm gonna keep going till all my stamps are gone. Once all my stamps are gone, I'm done. So I'll pick the 20 latest customers that I've had, or people who've ordered, or maybe I've put a post out saying who would like a sample. The 20 people who answered me or said they would and gave me their address, those are the people that are getting them, right? And then I'm not making any more unless people ask for more, because I'm not going to waste my time, again, doing something that's just gonna sit in my office, because that's not making me money. It's totally not. Why? I could just save the bar and resell the bar later, then make samples with it. It's Happy Mail Day. Yay! I went to the post office myself, but as you see, I am just now making samples. I'm going to finish this batch today, so the rest of what's left of this bar that has melted, I'm going to finish making those, and these are the ones that I'm going to mail out. Even the rectangular one, even though it doesn't say Scentsy, that's okay, right? No worries. It does not have to be that fancy. Don't put too much stress on yourself, okay? You don't need all the fancy stuff. Get it if you want it. If not, go to the craft store, go to Dollar Tree, whatever it is. Find some felt, or just use the stickers. Because remember too, we've got, I think I shared this in the group, we've got these postcards that you can get. $3 in the Scentsy Success Store. You use the postcards, and then if you go to your post office, if I can get them out of my desk, if you go to the post office, you ask specifically for postcard stamps. They're cheaper. They're only 35 cents compared to 49. Is that the price of a stamp now? A regular stamp is 49. Postcard stamps are 35. I know that. They're 35 cents. You use a postcard stamp on the back. You fill out their info. Take this baby. I don't know, would that work? I don't know if that would work for the post office. Would they allow that? I don't know. It's worth a shot, right? Worst case scenario, they'll send it right back to me. But you could do that. You could do it with a postcard. You could just use stickers. That's what I've been doing up until this point. I might try it. I don't know. I might try at least 1 or 2 and see if they come back in the mail. Maybe they can send it to my mom. Like my mom and my sister-in-law and be like, here. See if it makes it. But then you could just take the stickers and you could put all 3 of them and make Squeeze the Day, right? Because that's, again, I was going to say stinking. It's that good, right? Or you just pick your 3 favorite scents that you happen to have stickers for on hand. Hey, because it already says there, trust me, you're going to love these. And they are. No matter what it is that you stick on there, they're going to like it. And you can write a fun little note on the back of it. Easy peasy. So these are great ways to get samples out in these summer months. Like Lee said, for the Texas girls, for the Missouri girls, for everybody, really, honestly, because when it comes down to it, in the summer months, you never know. At least for me and my business, oh, that light is like totally shining right in my eyeball. Blinded by the light. Okay, so even for me, even though where I live, right, is Missouri, in the middle of the country, well, my mailing list is to people all over, right? So even though it may be warm here, it may not be warm there, or vice versa, right? Maybe the temperatures, which it very well could. I live in the Midwest. Next week could be in the 40s for all I know, and we could get a snowstorm. So it could be cooler here, and then I'm mailing out samples, like regular samples, thinking that I'm doing a good thing, and then it's so awesome, and then they get them, and it's hot where they live, and they've now melted. And they don't look very pretty. I mean, they'll still smell great. And trust me, they're still warm, even if it does happen to melt. I just like things to show up pretty. When I'm sending it out to my customers, when I'm sending, like Megan said, sending that happy mail, I want it to be happy. I don't want them to just get this glob of wax and be like, thanks, Jacqui. No, trust me, it looked really pretty when I sent it out. So... no matter where you're mailing them, these felt samples will do the trick. The stickers will do the trick. And again, it's all about getting people to smell the scent, okay? Even if you're getting a scent, you could go onto the Scentsy Success Store, or if you happen to have a bar of it, like Blue Grotto or Sunkissed Citrus, right? Or Luna. And you could make felt samples or send sticker samples, because we're in the summer months, that's why I'm saying that. Send those, right? But you can still, you don't always have to just say, do you want a bar of this scent, right? Especially with Luna and Sunkissed Citrus. Be like, oh, you really like that? Awesome. Because it also comes in our laundry care line. It also comes in our clean line. It also comes in our skin line. So you can get it in body wash as well. You can get the hand cream, you know, see where I'm going with this, right? Just because they're getting a scent doesn't necessarily mean it's just because wax is the only thing they can get. Remember, we have other products. So try that as well, right? Get your customers to step out of that wax and warmer comfort zone that they're usually in. At least a lot of mine are. And I've had a couple recent customers who I've actually been able to successfully transfer them over into those clean products, and they are loving them. They're absolutely loving them. So I can't stress it enough to try and get them thinking about those other products, because the more they think about those other products, the more it's going to open the door for you, not only being their personal shopper, right? That's what I like to consider myself for my customers, as their personal shopper. But I'm letting them know, you know, hey, I know that you love Luna. Well, hey, you can make your laundry smell that way too. Hey, when you're cleaning the bathroom, it can also smell like Luna, because we've got it in bathroom cleaner. It's fantastic. Excellent, Megan. So she's finding the same thing. She's pushing the other products over the wax, because some people can't do all the smell. That's exactly right. Because in the wax form, especially squeezed, like I'm sitting here like I taste citrus right now. But I mean, granted, I've put a whole bar into this warmer, but it's very citrusy, okay? And some people, yes, they're like, so much as I love Sunkissed Citrus, it's a little strong for me. I personally like the stronger scents, but like Megan says, some people don't. They don't want those in-your-face scents. So yeah, if you put it in a Scentsy Fresh, or if you put it in the washer whiffs, you're just getting a lighter version of that scent. Now, some of those are still a little strong depending on how much you use of it, but in normal suggested use, then yes, they're not going to be completely overwhelmed. So Megan, that's an excellent comment there. That's perfect. All right, guys. So hopefully this has inspired you. If you have littles at home, put them to work for the summer. Make them earn their own Scentsy. That's what I'm going to be doing. And send out some samples and post and let us know how your success goes. Megan, you especially, remember? You've already got some made up. So let us know what your success is in getting those out the door. And I will see you all next week.